Hey everybody, David here, and today I want to talk about the Lord of the Rings TV series that Amazon is producing. Why? Well, apparently I read today that they are looking for actors and actresses that are comfortable with getting naked and doing sex scenes together. And I thought to myself, I have to talk about this because what the F? Look, I am a huge fan of the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I enjoyed the Hobbit trilogy. I think it was a little bit of a step down compared to the Lord of the Rings trilogy, but I still enjoyed it. And neither of those movies, all six of them, did not have any nudity to please the audience, and I think those movies did pretty well on their own. The fact that the Lord of the Rings trilogy is considered one of the greatest trilogies out there and won many Academy Awards, I think proves that you don't need nudity to make them cool or whatever. I feel this is Amazon saying we need a Lord of the or a Game of Thrones type series. Game of Thrones, which is very much, you can tell it was inspired a little bit by Lord of the Rings. I think even George R. Martin has said that he wants his final book to have a Return of the King type of feel to it, which I think the show failed on that part. I am someone that enjoyed the last season of Game of Thrones, but I will say if they were going for a Return of the King type ending, that was not a Return of the King type ending. Return of the King was an epic conclusion to a great trilogy. I put it right up there with the Dark Knight trilogy, with the original Star Wars trilogy, with some of the best trilogies of all times. And those are my top three right there. Dark Knight, Star Wars, and Lord of the Rings. So when I read this today, I'm like, why? Why does this need to happen? Why do you have to make... Why are we getting sex scenes? According to my brother, who's read the books, I never read the books, but my brother has, and he says, nope, there's no sex scenes that he can recall that were in the books. So why is this TV show getting it? Oh, to make it more like Game of Thrones, because Game of Thrones is cool. So if we had more blood, more guts, and more nudity, people are going to enjoy it. Really? Really? Even the Hobbit movies managed to make $1 billion. So I'm just saying, do the Lord of the Rings movies really need, or a TV show for this matter, does a Lord of the Rings TV show need to be more like Game of Thrones in order to succeed? I think Lord of the Rings is something that everybody can enjoy. Yes, it's a little creepy. When you watch the original Lord of the Rings trilogy, those Uruk-hai are pretty scary looking. I remember being creeped out. Even nowadays, when I go back and rewatch that original Lord of the Rings movie, specifically the first one, they really make the Uruk-hai look scary in those movies. And they creep me out a little bit, especially the leader of the Uruk-hai in that first film. The Uruk-hai are those big, ugly creatures. And I think the leader was named Lurtz. And that creature scared the shit out of me because he looked like a demon from hell that was coming out of the world. It was like end of days kind of shit. And look, Lord of the Rings didn't need it. And I don't understand why this needs to be part of a Lord of the Rings TV show. Just because it's on Amazon and you can get a little bit more risky. You can get a little bit more risky on the big screen. Can you not? Or maybe fantasy R-rated films never proven that. I don't even think J.R. Tolkien, his idea of the Lord of the Rings stories were to go that far. I think he wanted younger viewers or younger readers even to read his books and to listen to those stories, because I think they were supposed to be stories and lessons that we were supposed to know even at a young age. And I think that's what translated so well to the Lord of the Rings movies, was those stories and those messages that those characters tried to convey to the audience. But look, I'm still looking forward to this Lord of the Rings series. I'm just now I'm a little worried about it, because I'm like, so what is this going to be now? Are they going to try to be cool? Like, we're going to be hip and R-rated. You're going to see the blood and the guts and the sex, when it's really probably unnecessary. I don't think we need to see the elves and dwarves, banging each other. I just think it's a weird... I don't think it's necessary for that world to focus on, and I think there's better things to focus on when it comes to a Lord of the Rings TV series. And now my faith on it is starting to wary a little bit. I'm gonna watch it, but I just don't think Lord of the Rings needs to be Game of Thrones. I think Lord of the Rings needs to be Lord of the Rings, and hopefully this gets out there. And who knows, maybe this will be a cool thing. Maybe this is going to be like Lord of the Rings for adults now. Like, this is for the adult audience that grew up with Lord of the Rings, the books and the movies and whatnot. But really, I don't think it's necessary. So we'll see. Anything is possible. Tell me, guys, what's your thoughts on this? Do you want Lord of the Rings to go that far and show nudity? And don't be a pervert. Just like, do you think it's necessary? Or is there something in the books that my brother missed and maybe it was implied that there's some nudity in there and people just missed it? I don't know. With that being said, I hope you guys like this video. Please subscribe to my channel, and until next time, take care.